Okay, we're gonna do a little bit, something a little different right now. I've got a Jeep here sitting on the deck, and we're gonna take a little tour around the base, what we're kind of working on right now, some of the things I've taken off and why, and just talk about some performance hits that may be causing a few issues as the sun's coming up. So, and then show some additions that I'm working on for Andersen. So, go ahead and get the Jeep cranked up here. We'll go ahead and turn the volume down real quick so it's not as loud while I'm talking. Yeah, so shift gear here. See where the gear shift is. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and circle back around, start back here. So I took some of the statics out back here because I was noticing performance hits. So I took some of the lifts out, and all the statics that were back here that we could lift, that we could do. Man, I'm drawing a blank here, but that we can lift with the hoist on the Chinook and the Huey. I removed all that stuff because something I've noticed, and you might have seen a little bit of it just now, is the sun's coming up on this map specifically, not in all DCS maps, but in this map specifically, with the way we had the shadows turned up, it does take a performance hit. Once the sun crests the horizon there, we're pretty good, but if you're getting any kind of performance hits, you may want to turn your shadows down or off. We always try to max test this map, but yeah, so we took out some of that cargo stuff back there. As you can see here, we left this stuff in. I'm getting a little bit of a performance hit here still. Again, that's probably because I'm driving the Jeep, but we've still got all our Hueys out here. These statics, as I talked about in the last video, they're actually flyable. The ones that have the cargo and stuff around them. So our client aircraft, we found a way to make them static, so it feels like the area here is more populated. So we've got the guys over here working on a Huey, which is pretty cool. Get around the birds here. Got some deuces here with ammo and stuff in the back. I left those because it looked really cool. We've got our guard shack there, the dude sitting in there, which is super cool actually to be driving around in the Jeep. This is the first time I've done this on Andersen, so cruise on over here. We've got all our helos. You'll know which ones are client. Now, I have no clue what this is at all whatsoever, to be honest with y'all. This was the helicopter I think I might have spawned into when I took the Jeep. So that's unique. I don't know what that's all about, but these mutts, I think is what they call them, are the ones that are client helicopters that have all the cool shit outside them. So we'll get going here. Actually, kind of cruise around the back here. So I had a bunker back there with ammo and stuff on the other side of these barricades. Since we couldn't remove all that stuff back there, I went ahead and took that out just so we didn't take another performance hit. I want to make this as performance friendly as possible for everybody. So we're going to keep all the marine stuff here. Looks really cool, right? Like all our Hueys. We're going to get out here on the deck real quick. So again, to keep it performance friendly and avoid everybody having to download a ton of mods, we'll just go down here real quick. We kept the A4s in here, kept the C-130s, we got all these bunkers over here. Keeping the A4s, all the client aircraft, all the static aircraft that I had in the last video we're going to keep. So we got the C-130s up here, but in my last video I was really excited because we found some C-123 providers that were right here in front of me, and Caribou. We decided to remove those from the map because it's just another mod that y'all would have to download and install, and it does, unfortunately, dropping so many additional statics on here hit the performance. So we removed those. You do have the option to put those on here if you want. We're not going to put them on the forum to download. That'll be for you to go pull off the forums and add to this if you want that. but we felt just to keep performance running smooth on lower end machines, we would remove them. These are our client OV-10 Broncos that I talked about for the Marine Corps. So moving on down here, we'll get down here with the Air Force. So yeah, that's the Marines right now. I've still got some buildings behind here to simulate, you know, the crew quarters for the pilots and whatnot. So we'll leave those back there, but all of this we left static over. In fact, here we'll just cruise on over here real quick and check it out. Just go ahead and go through the grass here. So on this side, we got more stations over here for aircraft as they come out for the Marines, but these are the crew quarters I was talking about. I left these. These are pretty cool. Didn't take much of a hit to performance. And then kind of cut through the back here. Got some Jeeps here. If this doesn't draw performance down, I might put some more cool shit in here like this. So I did leave the. We're on the other side now, the Marine Corps air wing over here. I went ahead and left the Marine barracks over here that I put together because I thought this still looked cool and added just that feel for the Marine Corps over here. As you can see, there's a little bit of degradation there. Again, with the sun coming up, we've got fog on here, but that's it. That's all we got for the Marines right now. I think most of what I'll be doing from here on out will probably be adding aircraft as they come online with third-party modules. We may toy around with that and a few more little things like Jeeps and stuff like that. I'm not saying it's done, but again, I just want to make sure if we're going to keep the time on the map how it is now with the sun coming up and the fog, that with everything we got going on the map right now, we're not just beating the hell out of everybody's system performance-wise. So I'm comfortable with the way it's performing right now. That leads me to the next topic, which I'm playing this in single player right now. Now we have somebody on the forum, or actually in my comments, who said it was an absolute slideshow when he got over all the enemies on the south end of the island and let any kind of munitions rip into them. And it's very strange. I actually encountered the same thing, and we're trying to work through it, but what we've discovered is this is a single player issue. Now we've got a lot of scripts running in this mission, and when they're running online, there's no issues. So I test flew going down to the south in an OV-10 with a bunch of rockets and lit into a deuce down there that was shooting at me, or some dudes around a deuce that was shooting at me. And as soon as the rockets made impact, there was a huge, slideshow, 2, 3, 4 frames per second. We're thinking it has something to do with one of the mods we're using down there. But the crazy thing is, when you run it on a dedicated server, you run it online, we're not getting the same problem. It's really weird. So we're thinking it maybe instead of a mod, maybe it's a script. I don't know. So it's still in the works, still trying to figure it out. But for the time being, if you're playing this in single player and there's an issue, hopefully we can iron it out. We're working on it. We're aware of it. We're just trying to figure out and isolate what the problem is. So, but yeah, that's. For now, if you're running it on a dedicated server or a server on through the multiplayer launch, you should be good. I removed all the stuff that was right here, just like the odds and ends, weird stuff we just kind of thrown down for the Air Force near the Phantoms here. So I can repopulate that, and in fact here, before we cruise down and look at the Phantoms, just take out the taxi light there. I'll come back around the backside and show you what I've done today, but I went ahead and added these pilot barracks back here as well, just again for another level of authenticity, just to look, honestly, just to look cool. So those are back here. They're not hitting performance, and again, I'm playing all this in VR, so yeah, so far so good. Really impressed. No real lagging, stuttering, or anything terribly or anything like that. Nothing too new here. So these are our client F4s, those two and those two. Again, I kind of went through this on the last video. We're working on putting alert aircraft in here. So these 4 over here, I mean these 3 right here are going to be your alert aircraft for fighter intercept, and those are hot starts. So as soon as you jump into any one of these 3, they're ready to scramble and go take down any kind of incoming aircraft that you need to go deal with. So it's pretty cool having those down here. We'll swing back around here to the rest of the bunkers back here. I won't populate these probably with anything until like the F-100 Super Sabre comes out, or maybe the F-104, the Starfighter, definitely the Sandy. You can definitely plan on those coming in back here. But I went ahead and started working today on how I wanted to lay out again the location that we're going to put these aircraft in. So I went ahead and created again, similar to the Air Force layout for their aircraft, some stalls back here to put the new jets as they come out. And I think we can sneak around to the, yeah. So these work really well. I like how these have turned out. Now over here on the backside, I haven't done anything yet. I'm still kind of thinking how I'll kind of do like a HQ, maybe some admin barracks and stuff for the squadrons back here. Nothing too crazy again, trying to be performance minded. And we may put something else back here. We got some pretty big pads. But yeah, over here, see, we just got a little bit of stutter there, but over here, all the way extending all the way down is just more of these stalls for the aircraft. There's 3 primary sections with the subsections installed here like this. So we got a hefty region back here to put some new aircraft as they come online for Vietnam. We're definitely planning on supporting this for the midterm, like going forward for a while, just because after listening to Wags talk about the direction Eagle, I'm going to cut through the grass here, the direction Eagle Dynamics is going with Vietnam, it sounds like technology is a ways out before we're going to get a Vietnam map. So our goal, our intent is to keep this project going as long as possible, updating it with any kind of new content we can with performance in mind, and just making it better for everybody, so you got a genuine Vietnam feeling experience until we actually get that map out. I'm really hoping that once Vulcan comes out, hopefully this year's, finger crossed, that it improves the performance even more, especially for VR, where we can add more assets to the ground without this constant worry of taking massive performance hits. Because I really do feel like the more we add to Andersen and these FARPs, and the more we flesh out the ground aspects, since we just don't have that right now, it really gives it a Vietnam feel. I'll cruise on over here just because I want to see what it looks like from a Jeep's perspective. But that's about it for the video. I'll probably shut up from here. We'll just go check this out. I'll probably say something when I get over here, but yeah, that's where we're at now. Performance improvements for Andersen, taking off and flying around, trying to figure out what this weird bug is in single player where it becomes a slideshow. Hopefully we can figure it out, I hope. And then yeah, we'll continue working on some new ideas, and here's somebody cranking up. So let's cruise down here and see. But yeah, hope you all enjoy the content. We'll keep it coming. I'll shut up here. We'll cruise by the B-52, and yeah, more to come. This is super cool, by the way, in VR, chasing the B-52s.
let off the brakes here in a minute. Super fucking cool, I'm not gonna lie. I guess this is where we will call it.